What's up, folks? No zero dark 30 get up today or wake up today. We slept in. We slept in. Oh, Jiminy Christmas. Ooh, Sedona. Little cloudy today. All right, so where do I begin? I keep talking about how, I don't know if I made any videos about it, but since I've decided that I am a novelist, that I'm going to write fiction, keep writing these stories, since I've given up my whole personal trainer, nutritional consulting, wellness coach life, or pursuit rather, everything just seems to be falling in place. I'm writing an article right now that will talk about it, but does everything fall in place when you finally do what you love? I don't know. To me it did, or it is. So what am I talking about? I'll give you two examples from yesterday alone. Just yesterday. I got a text from my stepmother. Now my stepmother doesn't text me that often, especially in this past 13 months that I've been on the road. Last time she texted me was my birthday. Yeah, she texted me on my birthday. That was June. So to get a text message all of a sudden, boom, I was surprised. And what it said was, I read your book, it was good. And I said, you're not just saying that because I'm your son. She's like, no, you held my interest. It was a good story. You held my interest. You wrote well. Keep it up. Now, that's a big deal because she's kind of particular on who she gives her compliments to. And she's not afraid to give a little critiques here and there. One time I played guitar for years. And I like to sing when I play guitar, but I don't sing well. I know this. This doesn't stop me from enjoying singing, you know. So one time I was strumming the guitar, and she's like, aren't you a little off key? Well, I probably am on account of, I don't know what key I'm in, or what a key is. So to get a compliment from her really means a lot. And those are far and few between. Oh, the other thing is that she is a reader, like afternoon read a novel and an afternoon reader. Like she reads a lot. It has been for years. And I was afraid. Like, I just saw that she sent a Facebook friend request to me, and I don't know how long ago that was, but I saw it. I'm like, oh, I accept. So she saw that I was pushing my book on Facebook, and she made a comment like, I bought it. And I liked it. I liked the comment, but I was kind of scared because she's critical and she's a voracious reader. And I was like, oh my God, I don't want want you to read it. Plus, I have a little sex in my book, and so I don't know. But she read it. She liked it. That means a lot. That really does mean a lot. Like I said, because I've rarely gotten a compliment from her, and because she is like she could probably be a book critic. So there's one other person I'm scared that said read it, bought my book, that I'm scared to maybe two people to see but hear what they think. No, just one more critical person. The other thing that happened, now this happened within, it happened within the same hour. I was listening to, hold on, background. One of the things I've also given up is all these listening and buying books and audiobooks and courses and all of these things of these people who are trying to tell me how to be rich. I'll teach you how to be rich by buying and selling you my thing. That's how I got rich. And I've talked about this before. These people sell courses and programs on how to get rich, how to make you money on the internet. And the way that they make money on the internet is by selling you these fucking courses. It's all bullshit. And I followed them for 2 years and did everything they said. It had to be at least 2 years, maybe more. But so I stopped listening to all their bullshit podcasts, deleted them, got them off my phone. I just couldn't take the bullshit anymore. One of the people that I did not delete, that I still enjoy listening to his podcast. Hey, Astrovan Twinsies. It's a guy named Dan Miller. Now, Dan Miller, I appreciated because his whole message is about finding work you love, and that you don't have to be an entrepreneur. You don't have to be a self-employed. You can find a job that you love, and he teaches people how to find jobs. Like, he doesn't say you can be an internet gazillionaire. He says maybe some people are just going to be employees and make a bunch of money working for somebody. Gary Vaynerchuk says, like, there's people that are worth millions of dollars that work at Facebook. They're employees, right? The only way to be wealthy is not, being an entrepreneur is not the only way to be wealthy. You can be a wealthy employee. So Dan Miller is honest, and I appreciate him, and I listen to him, and I know every now and then I try to get him to push something that I'm trying to sell, because I was trying to be one of those dickheads that are trying to sell stuff to people. He's mentioned me on his podcast several times, and never really yielded a bunch of money. Like, oh my God, he drove a lot of traffic. But a week or two ago, maybe, I was trying to get. I sent him a message, and I know he checks his emails. And I sent him a message and said, "Hey, I told him I'm done. I'm done." I wrote him a message about my book and told him how it's 99 cents right now. Yesterday, I'm listening to Dan Miller's podcast, and he gave a little teaser what's coming up. He says, today we got a person who's da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Someone asked how can they find a job, da-da-da-da. And this person says, Dan, I've given up the pursuit of money. Bing! That's me, because that's what I said in my letter. An email, I said, I've given up the pursuit of money. I'm pursuing what I love, and I explained about my book. So I knew, listening to the podcast, that Dan Miller was going to read my letter and talk about me. So I listened, and I stopped and had coffee. Like, I knew it was coming. It was coming. No hurry. It's on a podcast. Finally, he got to where he starts talking about me, mentions my name, reads my letter, and then says that he went to my website, because I offered my website. Says he went to my website, watched my video, and heard how excited I was about it, and read the first chapter. He goes, you know what? And I'm going to read it to you. I'm going to read you. He read the first probably 2 paragraphs of the chapter, and he said, and so for me as a listener to hear him read my book, I'm like, wow, that's a good story. Like, oh, I want to. What happens next? Like, I was excited as a listener. I'm also excited as the author that Dan Miller is reading my book on his forever podcast, right? That'll never go away. People will listen to it over and over, or maybe not over and over again, but it will always be there for people to listen to. Then Dan Miller says, when I read that, yeah, you bet I clicked on a link and went to Amazon and bought his book. I'm going to read it at lunch today. Dan Miller's going to read my book. I didn't send him the link so that he would buy it. I sent him the link so that he would talk about it and as a favor, read it online on his podcast. He read chapter 1 and immediately clicked over and bought it. And he had shared all this on his podcast. Yesterday was a good day. I feel everything that's coming into place is coming into place because I'm no longer pursuing my next way to make $1 million, my next way to make even $1,000. I'm just doing what I love, and everything seems to just fall in place. It's amazing. Real quick, Keto Day 32. I've been spitting a lot. Keto Day 32. What can I say? Yesterday. Yesterday was kind of a bummer because I worked so much. I was writing. It got late. It got dark. I went to one grocery store. I went to another. I went to Whole Foods. I got a video about that. I couldn't find anything to eat. And the last stop was a Safeway, and I got chicken wings and guacamole and some pork rinds. So definitely a keto meal, not the cleanest of meals. All right, the chicken wings obviously were fried in some terrible oil that was cross-contaminated with fried chicken and onion rings and whatever else. But the wings weren't battered. They were naked is what most people call. The flavor was salt and vinegar. So definitely it was a keto meal, but it's not the cleanest of meals of how I like to eat. Other than that, I'm still going strong, and I'm feeling. Yesterday I did a cold plunge. I got out, let the sun warm me up. I jumped back in and got out, and I'm like, I'm gonna do some push-ups. And I cranked out 20 push-ups, which is impressive. I've been able to crank out 60 push-ups at a time, but the thing about those 20 push-ups is, like, I don't know if I've been cranked out 20 push-ups in a row since I got out of the military. The other thing is, I could have kept going. I was just bored. I could have kept going. I felt great. Anyways, I feel really good. I'm gonna go train today at the gym in Cottonwood, take a shower, train, and hang out there this afternoon and evening. And another thing is, I can tell when I'm leaning out, when I start to see the veins in my arm. Like, you used to see them from rock climbing, but now just typing, I start to see them. Anyways, my time's about to cut off. Well, I'll talk to you guys later. Thank you.